Hey, my name is Casey Robinson, and I hope to go through some of the design I've been working on these past few weeks. So I call it Lifeguard, and I'm kind of in a unique opportunity. I'm actually a software engineering student, and so I was able to actually create this product as my senior project. And essentially what you do is, right here, you start up signing up on your mobile phone, and you enter in all of your medical information that gets stored in the cloud. And it also gets written to, we'll call it just a smart wristband for the sake of leaving out technicalities. And so in the event that anything terrible happened, what first responders can do, or medical personnel, they simply tap the wristband against a smartphone or a reader on a computer, and it'll instantly pull up all of your information in the browser. And so we'll show you a little bit more about how those worked. In my design, this is just some of my research that I did, personas, market research, scenarios, and just for the sake of time we'll kind of skip through some of these wireframes and sketches, and we'll take a look at the app. So like I said, this is where we're going to start signing up, and we'll sign in with these information, and we start going through, we start entering this information. I'm actually going to jump ahead to my final design to show you what I got, and then I can talk about some of my iterations. Alright, so this is my final design. Start entering all your information. This includes stuff like emergency contacts, your lifestyle, your medications, procedures, allergies, conditions, all of those types of things you're going to enter. And once you do, you'll be asked to link to your wristband. You'll tap your smartphone against your wristband, and your medical profile will be set up, and this is all part of the app. You'll be able to see that medical profile there. First problem I had with this is that in the medical profile I had all of the information showing at the same time, and that's when I decided to have these collapsible menus with all this information in it, so you're not just completely overwhelmed with all of the information. If you put in 20 medications, you don't have to scroll past all those to be able to find what you're looking for in medical conditions per se. The second problem that I found was I knew that a progress bar would be really important, because we want the user to know exactly how much of this long setup process they have left. And so originally I had that down on the bottom, and then up here I had a title for the section, and then another title here, and then pretty much like a third header down here, and that was consistent through everything. And that was just way too much, and it was unnecessary at best and completely redundant at worst. So what I did was I got rid of the header up here, which goes a little bit against conventions, and I put the progress bar up there, and it was just felt really weird, and it was against conventions. And I can even show you right here. This is what it looked like when I did that. You're expecting text, and you get this kind of weird thing up there. What I ended up doing was putting what step you're on up there, so it flows nicely with the navigation buttons of forward and back, so you know what step you're on and how to get to the next one and how to get to the last. And then instead of having a progress bar like down here, or even down here in my original design, I used the toolbar to actually be the progress bar, and we can kind of see that progress through there. And so that was really helpful in mitigating that problem. So moving on to the tablet, if we go back to my old tablet design, I had this really gross screen in here that just totally went against everything else in the design language that I see. But it made sense functionally, and I needed to find a happy medium between that, and that's where I came up with this light gray. The red stands for where the doctor is, which room the doctor is in, and that's great because it's going to attract the most information. The gray is saying that there's someone in there, but they're not seeing a doctor yet, so that's almost the happy medium. And the white stands for the white space, or it's just not being used, it's unoccupied. Another complaint that I saw was there's just way too much red. It's just complete oversaturation. So what I ended up doing for these profile pages is it's only red actually when it's expanded, so you know exactly what you're looking at when something's expanded, what's expanded, and what isn't. Everything else is white with just a really neat light gray line in between each of the sections. I'm not sure if you can see that. So that helped take away some of this like mass amounts of bright red saturation and makes it a little bit more manageable. And then lastly, showing off the website. This is down on the bottom. This is what medical first responders are going to be seeing as soon as they tap the wristband against the reader. And then at the top is very, very similar. It's also the medical profile. But the difference is that's what you'll be seeing once you log into the website, and you'll have a few more options available to you there, such as editing it and shopping for other things and dealing with some settings and business related stuff. So this is the actual homepage of the website when you're viewing it in a non-emergency basis. This is just a casual visiting of what is Lifeguard. And so we have this big homepage kind of explaining who you are. It allows you to sign in down here. You can start shopping for medical tags down here, or you can look at from an enterprise standpoint down here if you're a hospital or doctor's office. And then these are some of our login screens right here. The one on the left it's just that, it's a login screen for the client. The one on the right is not typically used, but that would be used as a fallback if the smart device that you're tapping it in, it didn't work, or you didn't have access to a reader or smartphone that worked with it. You can manually enter a user ID number in there and automatically pull up this page essentially. So that's my app, Call It Lifeguard. I hope you all like it. Oh.